Hello. 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 Hello.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors, talking all about fleas. And because the flea bite, of all the bites I've ever had, are the worst because they itch like crazy.
Well, veterinarians have made a living off of fleas. Fleas have fed many of veterinarians' families for years and years.
Oh,
That's how big of a problem they
good
are.
thing
And dogs and cats have severe allergic reactions to flea bites. A lot of them do.
well, luckily I don't have Bear now for that, but I'd rather have him put
Well,
up
he
with it.
never
But
had any problems
No.
because we used to use flea prevention
yes,
on him.
yes,
The heartworm prevention we gave him,
Yes.
when I was treating him
Yes.
at least, had flea
Yeah.
prevention in it.
but okay, from catching like 10 raccoons to 40,
You had a
And
run-in with
skunks.
fleas,
and skunks,
The worst,
and possums.
The worst, as I said before, are your
possums.
possums.
And
They
I've
are
got 'em-
absolutely loaded with
They're
fleas.
all over the
Especially
place.
people who said, "I keep getting fleas. I keep getting fleas." Are you seeing possums? Do you have a porch? Are possums going under your porch? That's your flea problem right there. Is that old possum?
I got a lot more possums than I ever had. And, well, a lot of everything. So it kind of makes sense why, with what's happening, in the yard.
Yeah.
So,
But they all can. Every mammal can have fleas.
okay.
Every mammal.
Hmm.
And again, the most
Even the
common
fish.
flea hair
I never have had a flea.
the most common flea hair is Tennocephalides felis, the cat flea.
Cat flea. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's.
And
That
in Lake
didn't-
Erie, they have the spiny water flea, so you can't get away from them. Don't go swimming, Joe.
Oh.
The water fleas will get you.
Uh-oh.
They'll smell the land fleas on you and want to have a family reunion.
When I went fishing in my pond, I got some cool pictures of it. The dragonfly, but they're a brown.
Yeah,
I-
pretty. With blue wings, kind of blue on their
No,
wings.
not the blue one. That's a bigger one. This is a.
They're different. There's
little
a
one?
brown one with little blue stripes on its wings. You ever see that one?
I don't know. I've got.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Carl.
I've got. Well, I'm showing Carl what.
The damselfly.
Damselfly.
That's a female blue damselfly.
Oh, okay.
Because the male is blue and the female's orange. That's orange, not brown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, orange. Now, but the male that I see with them is orange.
They have those too.
Okay.
They're I don't know how many hundreds of types of
Yeah,
damselflies.
but it
They
used
have
to be
violet ones. They have orange ones. They
Well,
have blue ones. They
the
have
big
red
blue
ones.
ones I see often.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was out there were none of those, but they were with this. What this is a dragon? What
Damsel.
damsel?
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a lot of them, and I got a neat picture of one sitting on my rod tip.
Mm-hmm. They like fishing poles.
Do they?
All of them, yeah. They sit on the fishing pole. and,
What's the attraction?
it's a perch. They can see everything from up there.
So
When they're out over the water, they're looking for food. They're
wh-
looking
what
for
do
a
they
mate.
feed on?
Bugs.
Bugs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They
And-
eat little gnats and stuff like that. The bigger ones eat bigger stuff. The little damselflies eat the gnats and
Yeah.
smaller stuff, but the big, like the green darners and the blue darners and all of those, the big ones
Mosquitoes.
eat skeeters and
Oh.
flies and
Spiders.
all sorts of stuff.
No, the spiders will eat them.
Yeah.
It's the mob calling Joe. He's
No, I don't know why
don't
this.
don't start your car,
Don't-
Coolis. You're gonna get it.
We're gonna. You and me are gonna pull out first before
That's
him.
right.
What do you think?
I'm leaving.
Boy,
After
you
Joe
see-
starts my truck, I'm out of here.
Did you cover that house that blew up?
Nope, I was off. I
Oh.
took off Thursday and Friday.
Oh,
I bet those
Because
guys
I
were
am
stealing
worn
pipes
out.
in that house.
I don't know what. It could be anything.
what was that?
I bet those guys
Could
were
be a gas
stealing
leak.
copper and
Yeah.
they hit the wrong pipes.
A lot of times if the house is empty,
Yeah.
they don't turn the gas off,
Oh.
Oh.
and a line will get ruptured or somehow, and it just fills up with gas, and boom, and that's what.
Well, they said they're looking in the debris for another guy, and they're looking and looking, and then all of a
was
sudden
half a mile away.
he got blown
But
couple
yeah,
blocks away.
it was a bad week at work.
Was
very
it?
bad? Very bad.
Why?
Because
A lot of people got shot.
it's not just that. It's, you go to work and you get home at 2 a.m. every day of the week because you're the only photographer, and I'm like, I'm
Oh,
done,
jeez.
done with it.
So
I took off 2 days
good,
and a much needed rest.
good.
Have another donut. Carl.
I'm donutted out.
Oh.
And thank you for the coffee, Lenny. It was delicious.
Yeah,
3
Lenny
cups.
makes good coffee.
Yeah.
I'll drink the whole pot. It doesn't bother me. Oh, we ran out of coffee the other day, and my wife uses those little Keurig K-cup
So
things.
does
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
And he's like, use a K-cup. And I'm like, I hate those things. It tastes like brown water to me.
Yeah.
It's not coffee.
Yeah.
Give me some Maxwell House, man. And I went to the store with my daughter and bought some coffee. And, man, that coffee tasted so good. And I'm going to go home and drink some more coffee. And then I'll
Really?
probably take a nap, even though I drank all this coffee.
Yeah.
But the pills kicked in, so my pinched nerves aren't as bad now. But I can
Does
still,
it help?
my leg is still numb. Helps with the
Gee.
pain,
Man.
but it's a.
Well, you're one tough dude.
I know how you feel, Carl.
I'm
Yeah,
like
both of
I'm like
yous.
a pinata. I just
Yeah,
keep
both-
getting
we're a mess.
hit with
We're
a
a
stick.
mess.
Boy,
we are.
both
We're
you
all a
guys.
mess. But the
Boy.
fish were biting. Not really, but I'll explain in my little segment.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you explain things well.
I
you
need
know?
to go fishing more
Yes.
because I get away from fishing and everything goes down
Why?
the drain.
Why
So I
do
don't
you-
have time.
Oh.
Because I have to work till 2 a.m, and then I sleep in till 11. Then I eat lunch and go back to work and work till 2
Oh.
a.m, and it's
Yeah.
it's a bad cycle. So, but the cycle may be changing very soon,
Good.
and
For the better.
I
Good.
hope
Good. Good. Well,
better for me.
Good. Well, keep us posted.
Yep.
But it's
The but what else did I see? I was gonna. There've been all sorts of stuff.
while you're
They
thinking
had, let me see if I can find it.
the what I did see, a Norwegian university has figured out how they can have the human body grow porcelain on a tooth, because that is the hardest surface on a human, is that porcelain. And they have where they can put it in, and it's a
Enamel.
liquid
Enamel.
enamel, and it goes into the little cracks and stuff.
Mhm.
So in the dental thing, they've learned how to have teeth regrow, and now this enamel, they figured out how they could do that. So it's amazing the advancements in medical, the things they're coming up with.
Oh, they're coming out with things constantly.
Mhm.
Yes, and it's interesting. But what we were talking
Too late
about,
for us, Joe.
Yeah.
Especially you.
especially me.
Mhm.
But I
That's what they're going to do. There's actually a company that they bury you with a bunch of spores from mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
and you decompose naturally, and you grow a bunch of mushrooms.
There you
And
go.
we could do that with Joe. They don't even have to treat him. He's all spored up anyway. So
did you find what you were going to find?
now I wanted to say
Yes.
a big thank you
Okay.
to Jeff at Mogador Bait, Tackle, and Marine Repair.
Okay.
Because I went there a couple days. And I bought my daughter her catfish rod, and I took my grandson and my daughter there to get some fishing stuff for her because she's been going fishing quite a bit.
Good.
And my grandson wanted to go and see the fishing store and look at all the minnows in the tank, and he was like, he couldn't believe how many minnows were in the tank there. But I want to thank Jeff, because while I was there the one day, he wasn't there, but I had talked to his son. They had an ice fishing seat for sale. It's made out of plastic.
Yeah.
And it's just a little ice fishing seat. It's got like a cushion on to sit on and one at the back.
Yeah.
It's got rod storage in the back of the thing.
Okay.
It's made out of really heavy, hard plastic, and they snap closed.
Yeah.
And then there's a place underneath the seat in the front where you can keep your tackle box or your bait or fish towels or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's got a carrying strap, so you can just throw it on your shoulder and go.
Oh.
And very comfortable.
Really?
And it's higher. It sits higher up than a 5-gallon bucket.
Okay.
And it's more comfortable because it won't leave that big circle
Yeah.
on your rear end.
Yeah.
Look like a target.
Yeah.
You can't have that.
Again.
Yeah. Back when I had a rear end before it got chewed off over the years. But
It worked.
but yeah, it's I got that off of him, and he held it for me and everything, and he could have sold it, and he's like, "Oh, go ahead, take it." And he even threw in some nice ice fishing rods.
Wow.
Wow.
And what a great guy. And he's helped me out so much through the years with his, with me doing seminars and kids events and things
Yeah.
like that. He'll provide bait to people and help them get rods.
That's
and,
great.
all sorts of stuff. And, these local shops are so important. That's why I mentioned
kidding.
Michael Bray listing all of the places to get shiners and stuff. And you can get all your other terminal tackle there, too. And that's like Mogador. He's always got specials going on for any species you want. He's got the best information on the local lakes around there, Mogador and Wingfoot and Berlin and Mosquito and all of them. They know their stuff there, and they're not going to steer you wrong. And they have the best bait. They're very generous on their minnows, and the waxworms are great. The worms, I got my worms, and
He has the fathead minnows.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they are just really nice people. And they'll repair a rod or a reel or a Coleman lantern or a boat motor, from a trolling electric trolling motor all the way up to a 300-horse Merc. They're certified and went to school for it, and the whole 9 yards. They're certified dealer repair, and so you won't mess up your warranties on anything.
And even get a can of pop or some chips or something while you're there, something to eat,
And that's
Tide
it. Just
over.
keep the local guys in mind.
Right,
Everybody says,
right.
"Oh, they have a sale at Walmart." It's like, who
No,
cares?
who
That's junk anyway.
Yeah.
Go to the
Go to the little guy.
the independent bait and tackle, because it's a very tough world out there, as we all know, with the prices of things. And if you're going to spend your money, spend it at those places, because those people really, they need it and they deserve it, and they won't steer you wrong.
There you go. Okay, good idea.
Good job.
idea.
Thank you, Jeff, and everybody at Mogador Bait Tackle and Marine Repair.
Okay, and that will take a break because we'll have a fishing report when we come back. Good.
Lover, you've been hesitating. You've been hanging on for that sign too long.
For those that fish Lake Erie and are used to fishing with dipsy divers, I think you've got to try my diver, Castaway's magnetic diver. And what's so neat about it, it's a magnetic release. So you don't have to fight But the problem with the regular Dipsies is that they'll trip. You got to bring them in.
Or sometimes they won't trip.
Or they won't trip. This is a magnetic release, so you let it into the water, and as it has slack, it falls and it sets and then dives. And then when a fish hits it, it trips it, comes to the surface and comes in. But the neat thing about it as well is you can fish with it. You can trip it. You can let it come up through the water column. You can reset it. So it's a great way to get a bait down and away from the boat. So it's Castaway's Magnetic Diver, but it's something, if you're a troller, you need to look into. It's a great product and a great way to make fishing a lot easier and a lot more productive. Order yours today.
During the spring, everyone's a crappie fisherman. The spawn is on and the fishing is great. But what happens after the spawn? The fish can get finicky and things can get tough. If you're looking for some help to keep the slabs hitting all year long, give Kodiak Crappie Scent a try. The paste is formulated with freeze-dried bait. That concentrates the smell and taste of live bait, and the gel really sticks to your lure. You can find Kodiak Scent products at Mogador Bait, Tackle, and Marine Repair in Suffield, Ohio, or the Middlefield location of Great Lakes Outdoor Supply. To check out the full line of Kodiak scents, including saltwater and catfish flavors, head to Castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. No matter what species of fish you target, Kodiak Scents has great products that will help you catch more fish. One of those is Kodiak Candy, specifically designed to attract any species you fish for. Panfish, trout, catfish, or walleye, Kodiak Candy is full of freeze-dried scent. Freeze-drying concentrates the scent and makes it irresistible. Kodiak Candy even works on saltwater fish. Easy to put on the hook, this candy will get the fish's attention and trigger more bites. To order your Kodiak Candy or any of the line of Kodiak scent products, head to www.castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
All right, time for the fishing report with Big Daddy.
After that uplifting off the air story.
What?
That uplifting off the air story.
Oh.
I did manage to get out and do some fishing yesterday. Went out to Mosquito, fishing off the Route 88 causeway. And because the winds were out of the south and it was a little bit more choppy on the south side of the causeway, I fished the north side, where I fished like 3 weeks ago and did really well. And went there yesterday to the same spot. And wasn't that good. It was sort of slow. It was
Was it windy?
It looked perfect. No, it looked absolutely perfect. There was a little bit of a breeze. It was overcast. It just looked just right. And the fish just weren't active. I thought for sure with that front coming and everything else that they'd be. I just show up with the, with a bucket and they'd jump right in. Yeah. But wasn't the case. So had to work for them a little bit. And
what were you using?
Well, I started off using, I had one slip bobber on and used one of the Cast Cray Flex floats, their slip bobber that he makes.
Yeah.
3D prints them. And they work well. And sometimes, whenever I use a slip float, and it's not just the Flex floats, when I cast, a lot of times the line gets, like, it goes over the top of the float and it doesn't sink.
Oh.
So there's just, it's probably because I'm trying to cast it too hard and it spins and all that stuff, but it's probably operator error. But it's not just with those floats, and it doesn't do it every time. But I like using a slip float, especially this time of year, because the fish in the hot weather and stuff, they'll move out into deeper water and suspend, and you have to find them. Or if there's a weed bed, they'll get down in the weed bed, and then you want to adjust your depth so you're just above the weed bed so they can see your offering. I was using a little 64th ounce jig head with a soft plastic, a cast cray soft plastic on there. I had a spider and a, what was it? The micro duster. And one was lime green and one was chartreuse. And I had a white jig head and a chartreuse jig head. And I caught a few fish on that. It wasn't gangbusters by any stretch. And, but I ended up catching about 20. But I was there for a long time and had to work at them. And when I first started using the soft plastics with the worm, I was fishing about 7.5 feet deep with the slip float and about 6 feet deep with a rocket bobber. And I caught more fish with the slip float because the fish were a little bit deeper. It's hard to cast those things when you're fishing as deep as the fishing rod is long. It's hard to cast. You got to have it's almost like you're lobbing it rather than casting it.
Yeah.
Because you have to wait for all that line to catch up and for it to go any distance. But I did okay and caught some nice fish. I kept 8 fish. And I caught a variety. I caught bluegills and pumpkin seeds, which were beautiful and very blue. They have a lot of blue color in them, blue and orange.
Real sheen.
And a really bright red ear. So, and they were round. The big ones I caught were like round.
Yeah.
It's like they're bigger around than they are long.
Like a pie plate.
Yeah. They're like a little pie plate. But caught I don't know. I kept mostly pumpkin seeds. I did catch one crappie. It was about 10.5 inches. And one yellow perch that was about 9 inches.
Wow.
So, and
Well,
I
you
caught a
did
bunch
good.
of little perch too, little tiny ones.
Uh-huh.
But, this time of year, as it gets later in the fall and the water temperature starts to drop a little bit, it's still going to be a while because it's just started August, and August is a hot month. So it's going to be a while. But it'll start to pick up a little bit. They'll stay deep in those weed beds and stuff and move around. But it was fun. There were a couple other guys there fishing, and nobody was really catching anything. There were guys catfishing. They weren't catching anything. At least I was catching. I didn't see anybody else catching. I was the only one catching the bluegills and stuff. They were like, man, you're really on them. It's like, not really. This has been slow. But after a while, they quit hitting the soft plastic. So I switched, and I tied on just a plain old hook and used a worm, just like old school, no color, no
a red worm.
a red worm,
Okay.
and threw that out there. And they really liked that. They didn't want any color. They didn't want jigs. They wanted a plain hook. So I did really good on that.
It was just
for
a
while.
plain hook.
Yeah.
Huh.
Just a hook, a sinker, and then the slip bobber.
Yeah.
Fishing about
What
7.
size hook? 10 or
No, it was a 6.
6?
Yep.
Really?
A size 6 hook.
Ooh.
And the bluegills were big enough to manage it, and the perch and everything
good.
was.
Huh.
So, but yeah, every once in a while out there were a lot of people using minnows, and they weren't catching anything. They were going for the crappies out there.
Yeah.
And I caught that crappie on worms, and I've always had good luck on worms or chunks of nightcrawler catching crappies out there in the summertime.
Even perch hit worms
And
out
perch.
there.
Yeah.
I've caught more perch on worms at mosquito than I've ever caught on minnows out there,
And so yeah, it's but it was a good day. I got like I said, the 8 fish, kept them and cleaned them. So I got a couple more fillets in the freezer, and we may have a fish fry today. I don't know. You have to ask my wife, and we were talking about it because they went. My daughter has officially moved back from Pennsylvania, so they went yesterday to get her stuff. And we're gone all day, so they took my truck, and they got home late last night, so I'm sure they're all sleeping in.
So there's 4 of yous now.
2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
5 and Gilly.
So
And all her stuff is in our house now, so her, dressers and clothes are all over the living room, but we have a storage unit down the street, so we're going to move some of it in there. And
But so there's 5 feet. So when you're making a meal. It's not just two of you. It's 5 you have to
It's
plan for.
yeah,
Okay.
It's,
Yeah.
But that's, it's just having my grandson there. A lot of times you say grandkids are great because they go home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He ain't going home at the end of the day.
So it's
But it's okay.
yeah,
It's
livable.
It's something you have to get used to. I mean,
yeah.
we raised our 5 kids, and I
Right.
had to, so it's just something you got to get used to again. And being in the infirm state that I am,
In the what?
infirm, and you can't run around and do the things you used to do. So
Yeah.
that makes it a little tougher, but
And you want to run around.
all the time.
Oh man.
That's why we got him the soccer ball, so we can go outside and play in a 4-lane road. I'll get him straight. I'll get him straight. He's quick, too. He can dodge those cars like nobody. I'm only joking.
You taught
I'm
him
not
well.
gonna do that. But there's you're talking about building a soccer net or something.
Yeah.
We're going to see if we can get him a little soccer net.
Yeah.
But there's so
How
much.
old is he?
6.
Oh, okay.
But he's a small 6.
Oh,
So he's got some he needs some teaching. He's like that puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what
the
you
ankle
mean.
biter that Mark was talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So he's a little urchin.
You need to umbilicalize
Yeah.
him.
I need to teach him the ropes. I mean, I've tried to talk to him, and I had him help me mow the lawn.
Yeah.
I had him push the lawnmower back and forth a couple times. He thought that was neat.
Good.
But now I can't get him to do it again. And so, and we go out and do stuff. We go fishing or go to. We were going to go to the peach place, but just time didn't
My
allow it
neighbor
this week.
couldn't realize how Mary Lou and me had my little grandsons working in the yard. You know, we had them doing everything.
Yep.
ooh.
She said,
But
I
yeah.
can't believe it. Your grandkids do all this. I can't get my grandkids to do anything. You know?
But yeah, fish wise, Michael was talking earlier, the perch out west their guys targeting them now and
they're-
weeding through a lot, but they're getting good sized perch.
Yeah,
Getting
but
some
I heard
nice
they're,
perch, not the island perch.
Right.
The nice
They're
perch.
getting
Yeah.
bigger too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
So-
like, for every 10 they catch, they keep one. So that's good sign for the future.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah. Oh, that's good.
So they're doing good there. Other inland lakes, the crappie are doing pretty good at West Branch, I saw. They're getting them at West Branch on the soft plastics. Rick and a couple other guys from Cass Cray went out to the marina there and they had some pretty good crappies. And I got to give a big shout out to Tommy, who helps the Cass Cray guys, and he helps me out all the time with worms and just being an all-around volunteer and helping. He's going to help me at those 2 kids events I got coming up,
Good.
which we can talk about later, but
Yeah.
in the good news segment. But yeah, get out and fish. It's going to rain a little this week, but hopefully it's not going to storm. And get out, wear your rain gear, and sit in the rain and catch some fish.
There you go.
The fish are
Okay.
wet and they don't care. So.
Exactly. All right. Well, in that, we'll take a short break, and we will be back.
Where we
I remember when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and skimming stones. Had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own.
Hopefully, you've been hearing my ads for Castaway's Magnetic Divers, as well as the Kodiak Fish Attractants. Now there's a store where you can go check it all out and purchase them if you like. Great Lakes Outdoor Supply is the new store, which is out in Middlefield in the center of town. They have a great selection of all my products, including my freeze-dried baits. With the fishing season starting to get going, now is a perfect time for you to stock up, as well as try some of my new fish attractants. They have it all, even the new small Kodiak paste, which is a pocket size and a great way to try it out. They have the freeze-dried chicken livers, shrimp sacks, and waxworks. So check it out today. They're open Monday through Saturday and closed on Sundays.
Unleash the bite with Castaway baits and scents. Their Kodiak shrimp attractant paste is Captain Bob's go-to. 15 times the scent of live shrimp, slathered on lures to drive fish wild. From freshwater to saltwater, these scents and baits are dominating tackle boxes everywhere. Don't let the big ones slip away. Visit castaway.com now and load up. It's the edge every angler's chasing.
Outdoor enthusiasts, get pumped! Join Joe Castaway Coulis on his solo adventure, The Outdoor World of Castaway Coulis, on the Outdoor Radio Network. The legend is back, and now on radio. Every Wednesday at 11 a.m., Joe brings you thrilling stories, expert tips, and all things hunting, fishing, and wild exploration. Catch The Outdoor World of Castaway Coulis. Tune in to the Outdoor Radio Network on iHeartRadio. Head to iHeart.com or grab the iHeartRadio app to start your adventure today.
If you troll for walleye, steelhead, or even salmon, you need to check out Castaway's Magnetic Divers. The release is magnetic, so if it trips accidentally, no need to retrieve it. Simply give the line slack, it sinks and resets itself automatically. When fishing is slow, trip the diver when trolling. It will come up through the water column and very often trigger a strike because you are now covering different depths. It can be set to go off to the right, left, or straight behind the boat. It comes in 3 sizes and different colors. Why not try one today? You can order them online at castaway.com. That's castaway.com with a K. You will not only improve your fishing success, but will make trolling fun again because of no more retrieving after a false release. That's Castaway's Magnetic Diver at www.castaway.com with a K.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Storytelling time. I guess it's storytelling, yeah. But I've been thinking about different hunts and that. And I think of all the hunts, the most dangerous, the most grueling, and the most demanding are mountain goat hunting. And all the ones I did were self-guided. And a mountain goat, his feet, because you wonder how do they scamper through. Well, a lot of the different goats in other countries, the ibexes and all those, they're on these little ledges that are like 6 inches wide and it's straight, but their feet have suction cups, so it's like 4 suction cups as they press down the foot, like you buy a suction cup to stick something to the wall. It's the same thing. And they got 4 of them. So they can, as they run up and down, they're as safe as can be because there's like 4 suction cups. And if they lift it up, it releases. And so that's how they're able to maneuver. But they get out on these ledges and sun themselves, and they know they're safe because nobody's going up there. And they can see anything coming, which probably the only thing would be bears. But they will go down low. I remember hunting brown bears by myself where I stayed in a little, well, it wasn't even a tent. I thought I was there for 2 days, and I was there for a week. But they would come down low, feed on the water, and go back up. So in the springtime, they will be down low in these basins. But so this one hunt I go and I'm looking, and all of a sudden the whole hillside is loaded with goats. It's like they just materialize. So I get in a position. Now, this was early learning about goats. So he's up high. So I shoot, and he disappears. Well, did I get him or not? Well, I got to go find out. Oh, boy. So it's easy to go up. It's not easy to come down. So I'm going, and I've talked about this before. There's a lot of this light shale in these mountains, and you have to take, like, you got to be in good shape because you got to, like, run fast to gain 2 feet. You know, your feet got to keep going to get to a spot. So I get up, get all the way up there. It took a while. No goat, no blood. I missed him. Okay, go home. How do you get down? Well, the area you came up with, you can't get down there. So I look on I'm up high, so I'm looking for a way down, and I think I find a way because there was some vegetation like spruce, tree brush stuff that, okay, well, if it's growing there, I can at least hold on to it. So I start down, and I get to a spot where the only way I could keep going, and you got to keep going, what are you going to do? Can't go back up, is to hold on to a branch from one of these vegetations that I could swing to a ledge, being like Tarzan. So I said, oh, okay, that worked. Well, so I'm going down. I got my rifle. The guy I was with hunting too, he's down on the bottom yelling to me, come on, it's getting dark. We got to get home. I'd give $1 million to get off that mountain. So I'm going, and I'm finally down low enough, and the gun I borrowed, I think it was a 300, probably flat shooting, that the tannery that I knew in Seattle let me use the gun. So I thought, well, I'm going to let it slide down. Well, you don't really realize how far you are. I thought I was about 10 feet. Well, I was probably about 25. So I let the gun go. Oh, it didn't break the gun, but it sure tore it up. So I finally get down. Oh, God, I'm off it. I ain't never going to do this again. I'm not going to get in such a position where that happens. Guess what happened the next day? the same thing. But of all the hunts, goats, just because where they live, they like sheer rock walls because they're safe. Nothing else could get up there.
Can cats get up there?
Yes, but there isn't. Where they live, there aren't many mountain lions. They're too far north.
Oh, okay.
So the only thing would be bears, and the bears aren't going to go up there. Now they're vulnerable when they come down low, you know. But what I realized where I was in there hunting brown bear, the guy dropped me off with the plane, there were guys going in there and shooting these record book sheep, goats, big billies, 10-inch and plus horns, because they were down low where it was easy. They're down there like shooting a deer, poaching them, you know, which I learned later. But I didn't know that. But no, so they really don't have much of a predator. So it's they know they're safe. They know they could maneuver it, and they get up there and just sit there in the sun and eat some vegetation, and then, but they're up high, so they know there's nothing above. So the way you hunt is you try to get, and same thing with sheep, you get above them because they're not looking up. They're just looking down. So if you can get above them, which is something, but it's just, and they like, they're near the ocean. They like salt water for some reason, whether it's in the air, whether it's the vegetation, but they're up where they can look, you know, they're by salt water. the salt breezes. I don't know why that is, but they're a beautiful animal. They're fun to hunt, but boy, oh boy, it's dangerous. And I got in some other situations, and it's dangerous. It really is. And being on your own, it was a little bit more exciting, I guess, to see. But I'll never forget goat hunting. Got some nice goats. Got one with a bow. But again, you get above them. It's they're just a neat animal. But to see how they can run around on them little ledges like nothing, some slip and fall and die, But yeah, it's a neat animal. They're just a pretty animal, really pretty. So, anyways, I thought that would be of some interest, and hopefully, and now we can go get to Steve because he's patiently waiting. How's it going, Steve?
Good.
Hello, Steve. I know you're there.
He's talking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't.
There's ibex. They're just like mountain goats, and same thing. They can perch on. It looks like one rock.
Yeah.
So I called because first of all I got to send you a bill.
Okay, now I got it. I'm sorry. What did I miss?
He wasn't hearing you, Steve.
Okay, I had the volume somehow got turned off. Go ahead.
Okay, so you heard what I said about ibexes, right?
No.
Oh yeah, instead of goats, the ibex
yes.
is also like a mountain goat.
Yes. Yes.
And they can perch on one rock on top of a mountain.
Yes, yeah. I thought I mentioned that early in the talk. Yeah, the ibex of all there's a lot of different ones, and yeah, they can do the same thing. They're built the same as a goat.
Yep.
They're probably related in some way.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So I got to send you a bill.
Oh, okay.
Because I charge $5 extra charge for whining. And in the first hour, I heard quite a bit of whining from your troubadours. So I'll just send that. That'll be in the mail.
Yeah.
But that's not the reason I called.
Okay.
The reason I called is that I read an interesting article about the boats in the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay.
And because they're not sailing and they're stationary,
yeah,
all kinds of parasites like barnacles and mussels are able to cling to the and grow on the sides of the boats. Whereas if they were, and because they go to are taking different routes.
Yeah,
because that they're going to different ports, and what they're saying is that it could mean a spread of just like the zebra mussel in the Great Lakes.
Yeah,
it could mean a major spread of other parasites to different areas of the world that hadn't seen them.
Yeah. Huh, interesting. Yeah, they've been sitting a lot of them for a long time, so hopefully that'll get resolved and they'll be on their way again soon.
Okay. Did you hear about the cross-eyed seamstress that couldn't menstruate?
Okay. Why did God...
Have a wonderful day.
Wait a minute.
God bless.
Wait. Why did God make man first?
Don't know.
He didn't want to be told how to do it.
There you go.
Okay. Have a good day.
God bless you too. Don't know.
See, I could say that. You can't.
Uh-huh.
But anyway.
You go to church, you'll be forgiven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the nuns will hit you with their rulers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get to hear this, but so a couple days ago I thought, what am I going to make for supper? So, okay, quickly I can make mashed potatoes. I took a can of cream corn, bunch of butter in it, and a big glass of water.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, so I'm going to the computer table where I'll sit and watch TV in the computer and eat supper. And as I go to put it on the table, there was something there and it had a bad slant and everything went on me and on the floor. All the corn, all the water. What a friggin' mess.
I sort of did that with stuffed peppers last night.
Really?
Leftover stuffed peppers, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in my recliner. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
The stuffed peppers the next day are even better.
Yeah.
And I was eating my stuffed peppers with mashed potatoes and corn, and I had the most beautiful forkful of the ground beef mix, the pepper, some corn, and some mashed potato, and I dropped my fork. And it hit my leg, and I have a big stain on my shorts, and then it bounced and hit my other leg, so I had food all down my leg, and then it landed on the floor.
Oh.
And, boy, Gilly was there faster than
See,
you.
luckily, if I'd had barenet, it got clean. What made it so bad is how do you pick it up?
Exactly.
You know, so I got
let him go.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, he'd have cleaned it up. So I got a whisk, a broom, and a what the heck I can't think of the
a picker upper.
Yeah, picker upper dustpan. But the bad part is there's 18 ounces of water all over the floor and amongst that. That's what made it. Oh, I couldn't believe I did that. How the heck did that happen? Okay, well, I don't know if Joe's still busy or if he's going to be calling, but oh, God. Oh, gee. Doc's always got something new. We'll take
my
a short.
wife bought my kids those when they were little. Oh, I was so mad. I didn't want to hear that ever.
We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Summer's rolling right along, and so is grilling season. The folks at Northfield Fireplace and Grill are there to make your summer great. They carry a full line of grills, smokers, and pellet stoves, even pizza ovens. Also, outdoor furniture and retractable awnings. And more grilling accessories, spices, and sauces than you can shake a spatula at. Also, it's never too early to get your chimney cleaned. That's Northfield Fireplace and Grill, 63 East Aurora Road. That's Route 82 to you and me in Northfield, Ohio, for all your grilling and fireplace needs. No matter what species of fish you target, Kodiak Scents has great products that will help you catch more fish. One of those is Kodiak Candy, specifically designed to attract any species you fish for. Panfish, trout, catfish, or walleye, Kodiak Candy is full of freeze-dried scent. Freeze-drying concentrates the scent and makes it irresistible. Kodiak Candy even works on saltwater fish. Easy to put on the hook, this candy will get the fish's attention and trigger more bites. To order your Kodiak Candy or any of the line of Kodiak scent products, head to www.castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.
Tired of messy bait that spoils fast? Meet the new Kodiak Fish Attractant Paste. Powerful scent and flavor packed into a convenient 2-ounce tube, or the new smaller 1/2 pocket-sized tube. Kodiak gives you all the fish-calling power of freeze-dried baits, concentrated attractants, long shelf life, and easy application, without the hassle. Perfect for freshwater or saltwater, and tough enough to stay on your hook cast after cast. More scent, less mess, more strikes. Ask for Kodiak Fish Attractant Paste at Great Lakes Outdoor Supply, or at Castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.
Welcome back. Since Joe's not here with the good news, Carl, you got some good news?
I got some good news.
Okay.
I mentioned it in my little Facebook fishing post that I had there on the Inside the Great Outdoors page. I have 2 kids fishing events coming up here. One is at the end of August, and that is at Greenwich, Ohio, with it's the Greenwich Police Department Cops and Bobbers event at Reservoir Park in downtown Greenwich, Ohio. It's easy to find.
Where is it?
It's out west.
Okay.
It's almost towards Milan and out that way.
Okay.
So, and last year I did it. It was a lot of fun. Had a lot of families and kids show up. We all had a great time and gave away some stuff. And they had hot dogs. They were really good. But after the event, I went out exploring the different up-ground reservoirs that are out there
Okay.
that
Isn't
you
that
can fish
pretty
in.
close to that green grocer out
Yes.
there by Mile and
That's that's pretty close to where Jones, the farm Joan was talking about,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Chef's
yeah,
Garden
yeah.
farm
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
So, but great time there. And then that is, I believe, the 29th of August. And the 12th of September, there's one a little closer to home at the Richfield Heritage Preserve. It is called Kirby Day, and it celebrates Jim Kirby, who owned the property. And there's all sorts of things you can do there, learn about the historic home and the mill that's there, and tour the grounds. And there's going to be crafts and
Wow.
ice block sledding and fun STEM-related activities for the kids, refreshments. And it's free, rain or shine.
Wow.
And I'm going to be there. There's a lake there that is above the mill, and guess who's going to be fishing there? They have kids fishing there, and kids of all ages.
Yeah.
It's catch and release.
Okay.
And I'm going to have a few fishing rods for people to use.
Good.
And you bring your own rod and tackle and stuff. I'll teach you how to catch some fish.
Good.
And I'll have some worms, and I'll have some soft plastics for that one too. Teach you how to use soft plastics to catch panfish.
Okay.
Which is a whole lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And the fish, it will surprise you how much fun it is, because you're going to think
those
that little thing
fish, because
is,
they're wide and they use their body.
Oh, they fight like
and
all heck.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was talking with the one of the organizers, Lynn, and she said that there are lots of bluegills, and there are a few bass in there too. So we'll see what happens. You never know what you're going to catch.
Yeah.
So, and that is September the 12th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So it's not a big, huge, long, all-day thing.
Yeah, 4 hours.
It's 4 hours. Come out, have some fun, and do some fishing. And I'll be there with my friend Jim.
Will your grandson go?
My daughter and grandson will be there fishing, I'm sure.
Good.
And my friend Tommy will be there, and maybe a couple other folks will come help out. So
Yeah.
you can learn from some very experienced individuals and teach you the basics: how to cast, how to tie a knot, how to set up a fishing rod. How not to be afraid of worms.
I think knots are so important.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing that makes or breaks your day is the
Yeah,
knot. That's
literally. Literally.
Exactly. If you can't tie a good knot, then you're not going to have a good day.
Right.
Regardless of what fish you catch, it'll sneak up on you. But
And the lighter the line,
the harder,
yes,
the much more important
Yes.
the knot is.
Yes. Because
And,
I've been having trouble lately, and I know how to do some knots, but still on that light line, it's after a while. It's not right away.
right. It'll get a little twist in it. and
Is
then
that
it's
what
hard
happens?
It's hard to get it to loop right. and
Yes.
do it. It's hard to control.
Exactly.
So, especially
And-
the light line.
And it's hard to see it and everything, but yeah, it'd
That's
be
the problem
working.
I was having yesterday.
Was
Because
it?
I was using 4-pound test.
Oh.
And 4-pound test and slip bobbers doesn't go
Oh.
together well
No.
because it's so light you can't
Yes.
control
Yes.
it. As you're
And
trying to
and
string it
okay,
on
it's
and-
working, it's fine.
Yeah.
You're catching fish, and then all of a sudden you get a bite and everything's gone.
Yep.
What happened? What happened? Amazing.
And, but yeah, it's nice to see all these groups adding fishing to their events.
Yes, it's more now than it used to be.
Right, getting kids involved and families involved.
Because they
and
realize it's important.
It's absolutely important, and it's fun. It's something to do outside that you share time together and make memories together.
Laugh.
And just see things you don't normally see sitting on the couch. And like we always say, you won't remember the first video game you played, but boy, you'll remember that first fish you catch, or
Yes.
the biggest.
Yeah. Or what you saw in the woods.
That's what I was explaining to somebody, that there are like 2 whole generations that didn't learn how to fish because their parents are either working or too busy, or they're latchkey kids because both parents work and there's no time, and the fishing went by the wayside. But now it's starting to come back, and they're going, well, I don't know how to do this stuff, and maybe they're shy or don't want to ask,
they're afraid
and they're
to
afraid
ask.
to ask.
Right.
But no, nothing to be afraid
They
of.
think it's difficult, or it's
and it is. You can make fishing as easy or as difficult as you want. You have complete control over it.
Yes.
You can spend a little money. You can spend a lot of money. You can spend a little time. You can spend a lot of time, and you're still going to have fun.
Sure.
But yeah, it'll be fun. We'll have a good time out there, and I'll see if I can get some more stuff to give away, and little tackle samples to keep those kids fishing, because that's important stuff. And do you guys have any good news or anything?
Doc?
Training
always
camp
have good-
opened. I don't know if it's good news, but the Browns training camp opened.
Yeah.
They say they're looking pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah.
I hope so,
They
because
always-
it's what?
How'd the Indians do last night? I didn't.
They lost.
They got
again.
killed.
They got killed again.
They've been leading until the end of the game, and boom,
boom.
lose
Well,
it.
I saw it
I
was
watched
10
half
to
the
2
game.
or something, and then somebody was hitting a home run. and
Last
then they
night?
started- yeah.
Oh
Did
my
it get that
gosh!
high? Oh.
I quit when it got 3 or 4
I just
to
saw the
1,
highlights. I didn't see
and then
that.
I just turned it off.
When
Yeah.
it was
And that was
4-2.
the 7th inning, so they.
They really must have got killed after the
Yes.
4th inning.
But yeah, it was. They got drubbed pretty good.
But that's interesting with the Browns. Are they
Well,
talking who's going to be the
thing I
quarterback?
like? Everybody's saying, "Oh, they may win 5 games this year. They might win 2 games this year." Everybody nationally is like down on the Browns, like they're not even a football team.
Yeah.
And
They look pretty
one of
good.
these years, I think they're going to surprise them.
Yeah.
Who are
And
they talking
the
quarterback?
Coach, the new coach,
Yeah.
he's an old school coach, and I sort of like him
Yeah.
because he doesn't hold back anything.
He keeps his mouth shut too.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He's
Well,
not-
but when he talks, it's none of this. We're talking about stats and analytics and everything else.
Baloney.
And he's like, that's all baloney. You line up and you play football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an old school
Old
coach.
school. Yeah.
And, I think they needed a kick in the you-know-what to get their you-know-what's moving out there.
Do they talk who's going to be quarterback?
Not yet, but
Not yet.
Sanders and Watson are
Neck and neck.
neck and neck at the top, and Gabriel's not doing too bad, but he's not getting the reps as much as the other 2 guys. But
Yeah.
from what I've seen, Sanders is throwing better than Watson is. Watson is still throwing high to everybody. That's been his thing since he came to Cleveland, throwing high.
Yeah.
And guys have to reach up. He
Yeah.
doesn't hit them in stride.
Yeah.
And Sanders is hitting guys in stride, and they're all over the field. The new receivers they got are catching everything.
Have they gotten many new
And-
players?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I
There's-
like Sanders' father's cowboy hat.
Nothing wrong with that.
I like it.
I mean, I never liked Dion as a player, and I just thought he was, that flashy stuff.
Arrogant.
He's a hot
Play
dog.
the football game.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
do all of
He's
that.
always a hot dog.
Yeah.
But he's like fine wine. He's mellowed with age.
Good.
And his cowboy hat was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Just remember.
So you don't
Dean-
understand. People like Dion and I, they're hillbillies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're from Florida, up in the sticks in Central Florida.
Yeah.
He was the guy that was running down rabbits.
Exactly.
when
You
he
got
was a
some
kid.
quick words of wisdom.
Deviation from nature is deviation from happiness.
There you go.
Bingo.
Okay, well, get out there and make some memories. Say it every week, but it's important. The memories you make or could make this week could be the most lasting, most important one you ever do make. So make a phone call to somebody you haven't talked to in Doc and his sound maker. Gee whiz. See what I got to put up with?
He's going to church later with that.
Yeah, see, he can make everybody smile all right, but Doc, see the clowns I got to deal with. Gee whiz. But remember, a day without a smile is a day wasted, and we ain't got time to be wasting days. There's just two clowns in here
Hey,
that
I'm
I
not
got.
doing any of that. That's all Doc.
Okay, well, as my mother said, Joey, don't you ever take any wooden nickels.
You've been listening to Inside the Great Outdoors with Joe Kulis, Joe Keogh, and Dr. Norm. Join us every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 1420 The Answer. Download the podcast of today's show and previous broadcasts at IGOradio.com. Follow the show on Facebook and get interactive with the cast and crew. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, 7 a.m., right here on AM 1420 The Answer.